Ask Reddit by Basic Cream 4909. What's the most unlikely decision that genuinely changed your life? Ignoring an ear infection caused me to go blind. My immune system attacked the ear infection, and then kept right on fighting my optic nerves because apparently, that was close enough. Damn, guess I'm gonna make an appointment about my ear infection after all. My mom tried to get me into a sport after my dad left and I picked swimming. There's a swim team at the gym near us. I liked it. Mom would talk to the coach. Then talk some more. He was a single dude with 3 daughters on the team. They've been married 3 years all because I chose swimming over baseball or soccer. So you have 3 stepsisters now. I took a part-time job at Blockbuster. Regular customer turned into a friend that introduced me to his social circle. One became my girlfriend, of 3 years now, and the rest became my closest friends. When Blockbuster started to hit the skids, the manager took me with him to a small pet store chain and now I'm managing my own store. So when did you work at Blockbuster? It must have been 10 years since you were introduced to that group. Working a booth at this music festival. I worked at a chain music store. They had a booth at this festival that they staffed with people from my store and people from another store. I chose to work the later half of the festival. I liked a lot of the first acts better, so I watched those. Well, on that later shift there was this girl from the other store. We hung out the whole time, and cut out early to watch the headliner together. I got her number, and we were talking every day. I decided to transfer to her store. I had already been thinking about going to the college in her town anyways, and I had a few friends there. We ended up being roommates. One thing led to another. She ended up pregnant. We have 2 kids together now and have been happily married for 13 years. I fell in love with the girl at the rock show. Beautiful story. Who was the headliner? I decided to walk into town instead of waiting for the bus. On the walk in I bumped into my former boss who offered me a new job. Every major occurrence in my life stemmed from that moment, most of them not good. Oh no, what happened? Answered that email. Got married to him in the end. Similar. Joined that meetup group as my first marriage was breaking up. Went to all the events just to get out of the house. Met the best guy ever. Starting to play at Pokemon Go led me to become the personal assistant of a pretty renowned tech personality. Damn. All Pokemon Go got me was a couple free joints from some randoms at the lake that were also playing Pokemon Go. I once gave a stranger in a grocery store $20 because she was old and struggling about what to buy. The next week I had 3 crazy events. 1. My Chase credit card debt of $5k that I couldn't pay was completely forgiven. 2. Walmart sent me a $500 refund for a Roomba I bought and didn't return. 3. As I went to pay at Subway the cash register suddenly went out and I was told it's free. I honestly can't prove they are connected but I believe they are. Decided to stop trying to find a job in Chicago after college, and just picked up and moved to Sydney on a 6-month visa to get sorted out. Showed up for the Rugby World Cup, made amazing friends, lost 100 pounds, parents didn't recognize me when I got home. The experience got me a job back in the States, after taking another 2 months to road trip the entire Western US. Been at the job 19 years now. 100% changed my life not moving to Chicago. Years after a friend group went their separate ways, one of the group ended up murdering someone. I tracked down one of my former friends and sent them an email with the news and they struck up conversation that led to me moving cross country for work. Now I am married with kids and a few lifelong friends I never would have had if that dude didn't lose his mind and kill someone. Thank you Scranton Strangler, you just took another person's breath away. Comforting an anxious girl in private messages during a Discord voice chat karaoke. She's been my girlfriend for almost 4 years and I can't imagine my life without her. choosing French instead of German in elementary school has pretty much defined the next 20 years in my life career-wise. This is funny, I chose German in high school, age 14, and no other decision has changed my life more. I ended up majoring in German and linguistics, studied in Germany after my BA, married someone I met there, learned a couple other Germanic languages well enough to teach one at the university level, worked as a translator for over 16 years and now work as a German teacher. I can't even imagine the path my life would have taken if I had chosen French or Spanish. My kids wouldn't even exist. I decided to start meditating twice a day, 5-10 minutes in the morning and 5-10 in the afternoon. It's been truly life-changing and I never knew what an effect it could have on me. Truly amazing. Care to elaborate on the effect it's had on you? Going to community college. Got into a way better university than I ever would have with my delinquent ass right out of high school. Well done, man. Great accomplishment. Applied for an internship in my dream field. Got rejected. Then applied to the same company, same role but the job full-time version, just for shits. Shockingly I got the job. No college degree, no experience, just a good portfolio. After this job moving up at bigger and better companies was easy, and I got to travel the world as my industry is scattered everywhere. What job industry is it if you don't mind me asking? Accepting a job at Macca's, met my high school boyfriend there, had a really intense traumatic relationship. He was a horrendous drug addict and left me feeling worthless, and some instances of his addiction affected our relationship and myself to the point it has caused ongoing trauma. Met so many friends there, met the people who introduced me to drugs, started doing drugs, stopped trying at school, have ended up taking a gap year. I'm very young and from the outside it may not sound like it's dramatically changed my life, but it has completely transformed the path I was on. I'm doing really well now and accredit it to the journey I've been on since I started working there as my first job 4 or 5 years ago. Sorry, I meant McDonald's, forgot not everyone here is Australian. I was out drinking with some friends and one of them had his MRS with him. She randomly suggested we visit a gay bar. Neither me nor my friends are gay. I agreed as I'd heard the gay bar in my city was open till 6 in the morning. Ended up meeting a lovely bee woman in the smoking area. We get married at the end of May. A couple of years ago, whilst having a permanent contract at my job, I decided that my LinkedIn needed to be more up to date. I started adding all relevant information, making connections with people I knew privately but also from earlier jobs. A week after doing this, I got the news that the company I was working for was going to be sold, making my future very uncertain. A month after that message, someone I recently added contacted me on LinkedIn to ask me if I was interested in a position that opened in her team. I made the gamble and after several interviews I ended up with the position. I am still working there now and have made significant improvements as a person but also in salary. This new job also has way more connection with colleagues, something that I was missing at my old job. Had I not updated my LinkedIn and connected with my now manager, my life would have been very different. Moving from California back to Nebraska for a summer to help my mom fix up a property she bought. Planned on staying a few months and moving back. Met my wife and ended up staying. Married 10 years this summer with 2 kids. Left a good job at a law firm to run a website that I started from the ground up years earlier. Moved on my own from New York City to Las Vegas to further the business. It was a huge risk and the likelihood of failure was there. I knew a lot of people in my niche who went under. I sold the website to a major corporation for millions in 2018. Also signed 2 multi-year contracts worth 7 figures each to continue running the portal for them. Used most of the money to invest in real estate when property prices were still reasonable. Currently own 13 properties, not including my primary home, all free and clear. Watching the movie Twister as a kid led to me getting with my wife as an adult. I have the feeling that there are some steps missing between watching Twister and marrying. Arrest off the fucking gal. I'm planning to become a contractor. It all started because I was playing a video game. To be fair, I never thought I would be qualified. Didn't even think I would pass the exam. Actually doing meditation helped me more than I could have ever imagined. Changed for the worse lol. Was on my dad's phone as a kid, a message popped up and I made the worst decision to look through it when I was 10. Changed the way I trusted and perceived adults. Never felt comfortable around him again. Didn't have the courage to tell my mom. Kept quiet. Let myself get consumed in this shell. The decision to put on my half-broken sandals and go for a walk around the field just over the road from where I was. While I was walking, I got to thinking. After thinking, I got to working. After working, I got a new tabletop card game version of 90s arcade fighting games.